Hey everyone, this is Selena. Today I'm gonna do the book review on The Hunger Games. I finally finished this book and I'm going to review it for you guys. First off, I want to show you guys my makeup. It's like Hunger Games inspired. You can't really see it because the light cuts off half the color. If you could see, it's like a really gold and orangey, fiery color. Because in the book they focus a lot on the fire colors like orange, reds, yellows. So I did a lot of those colors. You can't really see it because of the light. But yeah, if you guys want to see a tutorial, I'll show you guys. Um, Going back to the book, first of all, I'm going to talk about the whole story. So if you haven't read the books or haven't seen the movie, which I haven't seen the movie, but I read the book, if I'm going to give away a lot of stuff, I'm sorry and bear with me. Um, or you could just click out, but I'm going to give away a lot of stuff. So if you haven't read it, click out, read it, watch the movie, then come back. Um, so Hunger Games. The main character, of course, being Katniss and Gale and Peeta and Rue and um Kato or Kato, I don't know how you guys say it, and Theseus, the guy. Um, so basically, it's like in the future, and there's this big piece of land, and there's a capital which is in the middle. Imagine a big old circle, or yeah, a big circle, and right in the middle there's a city called the capital, and that's where all the game makers are and all the rich people. Basically, it's like a city, and around it there's 12 districts, and one being like the richest, going to all the way to 12. There used to be district number 13, but oh my hair, there used to be a district number 13, but it got destroyed, and so there's 12, 12 being the poorest. 12 is coal mine, where they get coal and stuff out of mines. And Katniss is from there, which is the main character, and also Peeta, because each district they pick a girl and a guy from each one, from a big like container, and they pick one, and I guess you have to go into this arena and fight for your life, and there's one left. So basically there's 12 districts, which is 24 people, because one girl and guy from each one. We put them in an arena, they have to fight for each other. Well, Katniss's sister Prim got picked, and this was her first year getting her name into the draw. And so, in an act of, I guess, protecting your family, she volunteered herself instead. And so, long story short, she goes into this she goes to the capital. They feed them, and they're really poor, and they have to hunt for food. Katniss is a hunter. She's in love with her best friend, I guess. She doesn't really officially admit she's in love with Gale, but you could totally tell. And so she has like this little, they're leaving every day, they're hunting together, and so she loves him. And he tells her like we should run away together, but she can't because her family's really poor. Her dad died in a mine accident, and so she's really tough. Those girls, I'm tough, I'm protecting my family. And basically, she takes over the role of her dad and feeding her family, protecting her family. So it's second nature, like hand in hand. So when her sister gets picked, she obviously gives her life for her sister. Doesn't give her life, but she offers to go into the Hunger Games. And so her and Peeta, and she has memories already. She has history with Peeta of him saving her life or giving her bread at one point, which practically saved her life because she was really hungry and she was almost gonna die. They're really poor, and so they go to the capital. They get dressed up, and that's where I got my inspiration for my makeup, because the suits and costumes were a lot of golds and like golds and reds and oranges, and so I decided to do that. Can't really see it much, but yeah. And so finally, Peeta, which is the other guy from District 12, gets reveals that he's in love with her. And so when they go into the arena, they all have to fight off, and basically she's on her own. Peeta, how should I put this? He teams up with the other people from other districts, and of course they each want to kill each other off, but they're teaming up, and so finally she destroys their food, and like this bitch is gonna get killed because she's doing shit to everybody, and like especially that little group of the strong people that got together. They're like, we want to kill this bitch away, like, or right away, like. And Katniss is like, what the fuck, like, Peeta's against me, what the hell? So I have to kill him. And then finally she finds out that he could be on her team, that the two people from a same district can make the games and not only have one person, but both people from the district. And so she finally goes out and finds Peeta, and she's like, dude, like, we could survive. And so finally knowing that she could survive, with Peeta, of course, she goes out and tries to find him. Oh, and previously she had, like, thrown beehive of like these dangerous ass fucking like bees at them, and they got attacked. And then when Peeta came back, he was like, run, Katniss, run, and he let her go. So the main guy, Kato, which is like a guy from, I believe, District 1, cut his leg and hurt him badly. And Katniss got away, and she's like, what the heck, he let me go, what's the meaning of that? And so she's teamed up with this little girl named Rue. And then finally, when she's looking for Rue, Rue dies. Yeah, sadly. I knew she was gonna die, but it still sucks because Rue was a little sweet little girl, but bitch died. They killed her. And Katniss was like, oh, I'm gonna sing to her. And she sang to her. And like, it was really sweet, the moment they shared. But then she goes and finds Peeta, and Peeta was like buried in mud and it really hurt. She brought him back to life. They go into this cave. She starts playing it up that, because people, how he confessed that he loved her. So she starts playing it up, saying, oh, kissing him and stuff like that. And he's believing it because, of course, he really does love her, and she's just playing it up. At the same time, she does have feelings for him. The whole time she's trying to win because she promised her little sister, like, I'll come back, if not, take care of them, or, tells Gale to take care of the sister. And so then this book is getting good. Like, when I first started reading it, I was like, okay, the Hunger Games, whoopee. And, once they got to Serena, I was like, whatever. And then once the little girl died, and she teamed up with the girl, and she blew up the stuff, and she started attacking, and, like, once Peeta came into the story, I was like, well, yep, I'm all into this book. I started reading it in one night, like I almost finished the whole book. And Peeta was really hurt really badly. She nursed him back to health. They went into this cave. They started sharing moments. He had a really bad infection. Then people started slowly dying off, and like it was being filmed so people could see it. And each night they're sending off cannons to see who died and who did it every day. And so, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. They put you in an arena, you have to all fight for your death. I would fucking die. I would be like the first bitch to die. Once they put my ass in there, like, I'll be like, okay, I'm dead. I'll just throw myself to the floor or something. I would try to maybe win, but I know I wouldn't win. My ass would just lose right away. I'd be like, oh, damn. So, this bitch made it to the end, like, and another twist that I thought, honestly, I was like, what the hell? Like, I love the story up until this point where I was just like, what the hell is going on? I was like, what the? Okay, so there's them two left, and since they're both in the same district, that means they could both survive because they changed the rules. It'll only be one person that can survive, but now it's two people that can survive. And so Kato's left, which is one of the guys, Kato, whatever you call him. And so they forced him to go into the same spot where there's water. And so out of a sudden, like, he starts running out, and he has his armor on, and like, I'm like, okay, they're gonna fight, they're gonna win, they're gonna go home, But then these wolves come out. Like, I was like, what the hell, wolves? And they're like human like, and they can walk on their feet, but they were like wolves. So like fucking Twilight shit's coming out. There's like fucking wolves now. So I was like, what the hell? And plus this bitch has two people she likes. So I'm like, compare it, So I was like, oh hell no, it's just turning into Twilight. But then it turns out that all the people that died ended up being the wolves. And I was like, what the hell is going? I was like, really? But the guy died, and then they were like, you know what, bitch? Both of you can't survive, only one can. And she was like, oh, hell no. So she decided to eat berries, these poisonous berries, with Peeta. So they're both going to commit suicide. But then they're like, whoa, bitch. Fine, then you can both survive. And so the Capitol was really pissed about that. That they were like, oh, some girl from a poor district trying to show us up, outsmart us. Hell no. And so they took him back home. Peter was almost like gonna die. He was like, no, you die. No, and she's like, no, you die. No, I won't die. You die. So they're both like that. You go first thing, or I want to. You die. I'll die for you. Like the noble thing. And they did the buried thing. They got away. They get taken back to the Capitol. They get interviewed. Basically, the Capitol was pissed because they're all like, you guys try to make us look stupid. Now you guys are a poor country and you're making us like you guys are laughing at the Capitol because you got away with it. Both of you guys survived. And so they take her back and then they fix her up back to normal. Like she looks, even the scars she had before she was in the Hunger Games are gone. I mean, shit, I wouldn't do that shit. Go put me in that machine, make me brand fucking you. Like, I'll go. If I win, please make me look beautiful. And they meet again and they hug and then finally they're in the train going home. And Peter's like hugging her and he's like, yeah, it's gonna be a nice life together. And she's like, hold up, nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. But she didn't really say it, but he was like, what's going on? Like, bitch, aren't you my girlfriend? And she's like, oh, I'm confused, da da da. And Hey Mitch, which is their leader, was like, he told me to love you and to show affection towards you. And he was like, so this, so, so this whole time it was a show? It wasn't real? Like, my feelings are real. Why didn't he tell me anything to act? And she was like, because he knew you actually liked me. And I thought that was mean. I was like, what the hell? Like, imagine how he must have felt. And then it ends off when they get back to District 12. So I have book 2 and 3 because I bought a series. Hopefully I can do book reviews. I'm sorry if I suck. I'm just being my natural self talking about the book. I really want that machine that makes you beautiful. Or the treatments it gave her. And so I also want the nail polish she had, the ones with the flames. I think that sounded really cool. But basically this book was really, really good. Like, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't really know the difference between them two. I'm hoping to watch the movie. Like, a lot of my friends were like, oh, they waited at midnight and oh my god, it's the best movie ever. But that's what people said about Twilight and it actually sucked. But I don't know why I keep talking about Twilight. But yeah, The Hunger Games was a really, really good book. I'd advise you guys to read it because it really is a good book. Like, I actually really, really liked it. Like, it's really detailed. Whoever wrote this is really genius. Like, it's a really good book. If you know me, you want to borrow it, let me know. Just don't read my book. What's up, bitch? I'll get you. Just kidding. But, guys, read the book. Reading is good for your brain. Come on, guys. That Valentine's balloon is getting on my nerves. But thanks for watching. Bye, guys.